Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Jonathan's Room where Nerdum rules and Normacy drools. Today we are going to be looking at a classic. Yes, a classic. For me, it is a classic because it happened 13 years ago. And I guess I'm kind of classical because 13 years ago I graduated from high school. So, yeah. Can you believe that? 2 more years and it'll be 15 years since I've graduated from high school. Ugh. So, this movie came out in 2007 and it is one of my favorites. I have done a review on it before, not on Jonathan's Room, but on Comic Pop Library. There's a little shout out to you, Richard. Comic Pop Library. Listen to his podcast. I have been part of that podcast since whew, forever. Um, but this is one of my favorite musicals of all times. Um, and that would be Sweeny Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street. And this adaptation was um, the star of this adaptation of Sweeney Todd. I am so sorry. You will recognize him from some of his other movies: Pirates of the Caribbean, Edward Scissorhands. We're talking about the master of movies, Johnny Depp. He has been quite famous, but what he is known for and what they do most commonly with cosplay and stuff is Captain Jack Sparrow from uh, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, when I first saw this movie, I didn't even know that Johnny Depp could sing. So this just kind of threw me for a loop. But he has a voice. He knows how to sing. So the concept of this movie is pretty much the same concept as what they have, because it started off as a Broadway play. And I believe the Broadway play aired in 1973. Don't quote me on that. I am not sure. I just looked it up. So, it's, I can't remember everything that I just looked up. But I'm pretty sure it was 1973. The main basis of this story is this Judge Turpin, um, falls in love with a woman, and the woman is married to a barber because he's a judge and he thinks he's better, and because he thinks his profession is better. He pretty much sends the barber, whose name is Benjamin Barker, away. He kind of just expels him. He's done. He's gone. And he can now marry his wife. Now, the judge, the evil Judge Turpin, is played by Alan Rickman. Who is Alan Rickman, you ask? No, you don't know who Alan Rickman is? Oh, come on. Professor Snape? Harry Potter? Oh, okay, you knew that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Also, they kind of did a kind of like a Harry Potter cast uh renewal there because Wormtail was, and I don't know the actor who actually played Wormtail, but Wormtail was Judge Turpin's little underling in this movie. So, Benjamin Barker actually returns to London and um, opens uh, a barbershop above a meat cake factory. Now, I've never had meat cake or meat pies or whatever, but um, they bring in a character. I can't think of her name at the moment, but she's always been in love with Benjamin Barker. And she kind of convinces him to um, kill people. And the people that he kills, she'll cook up and put in her meat pies. And there's one scene that is so spectacularly amazing where they're actually singing about it, and they go, "Oh, there's a baker. They'll be getting and a pie. Oh, look, there's a poet. Have you ever had a poet pie? I mean, it is so ridiculously funny." And I know that cannibalism is not a funny topic, but this scene was just so stunningly amazing. It was fun. It was creative. It was one of the better scenes in this whole movie. Um, there's also another character, a little boy, Toby. Toby, get that woman out of here. um, Toby is a little boy who was an assistant of another barber who was actually an understudy of Benjamin Barker. So when Sweeney Todd came in, he called out this person because he was scamming people, and he ended up getting a shaving competition with him, and he won the shaving competition. And so then the other person goes and tries to blackmail Sweeny and ends up dying. So Toby ends up working for uh, Sweeny and the lady who bakes pies. From the love of me, I cannot remember her name. So if you have seen this movie, you know who I'm talking about. I just, I know how she goes at the end. It's a horrific, horrific death. Um, but it's important that you know why she died. So, throughout the whole movie, she kept telling Sweeney, because like I said, she was in love with him, that his wife was dead. She succumbed of arsenic poison. At the end of the movie, Sweeney learns that uh, his wife does not die of arsenic poisoning. She just goes crazy from it. And he accidentally kills her. And he doesn't realize that he kills his wife until after. So there's this whole dancing scene. They open a furnace, and Sweeney convinces her that he's in love with her. And then when it comes down to it, when they get closer to the furnace, he pushes her in the furnace, closes it, and she burns to death. And then he sings his song, his last song, because Toby actually goes and gets his razor and slashes his throat. And that is how Sweeney Todd kicks a bucket. If you like musicals, if you like horror-esque musicals, Sweeney Todd is the one. And like I said, for me it's a classic because it's about 13 years old. I think that about does it on this review. So I'll see you on the next episode of Jonathan's Room, where Nerdum rules and Normacy Jules.